I figure I open up with a quiet moment. And one that's pretty unique. Of course, it's only available through the afternoon, dang it. Well, way to ruin that intro. Alright, afternoon, so 1 o'clock in the afternoon then. Light and shadow.
Tyrea, do you perchance remember the day that we two first met?
I was wondering what you'd come out with. You finally decided to settle some past grudges, have you?
Not at all. I just found it quite moving. Though we crossed blades, contended for our very lives, here we are standing shoulder to shoulder, gazing out at our shared ancestral home.
Quite. Getting over all that was a minor miracle. If someone told me a year ago that we'd be doing this, I'd have carved out their spleen for suggesting it.
Tyrea, about what I said to you before.
Yes?
Are your doubts allayed?
Perhaps. Not all of them. However, my answer to the question you posed is more or less ready.
Tell me then.
Melia, you are the last High Entier of Imperial blood.
Well, yes, that is true. Although, are you not also?
Quiet. You must continue the line. You and none other. You are the light, Melia. You must lead us. Gather our people under your banner. I don't think I ought to be there for that.
Why, Tyrea? What leads you to say such a thing?
The fact is, I was an Inquisitor of the Bionite Order, my very existence prescribed by law. You know what role the Order played in the Imperial family's history. I hardly need to remind you.
Tyrea.
Understand, I regret none of the deeds I did for you, Maya. But even so, all that I have done in that life lingers on inside me, a burden I can't escape. All I do is cast a deep shadow on your radiance. As the Imperial line rises to greet a new age, I would contribute nothing. I'd be a hindrance.
How can you hate your own self that much? If that is the answer you wish to give me, then it would be wrong for me to speak out against it. But I will say this, Tyrea. Imperial blood yet runs in your veins too, as does the mixed blood of Ahoms. We are no different. How could we be?
At this point, it doesn't mean a damn thing.
You're wrong.
Stop talking. I told you not to get your hopes up.
Can it really be your intention to keep blaming yourself? Why? Why won't you turn your eyes to the future? Is this what your mother would have wanted?
How dare you? You didn't know Mayor. You didn't know my mother.
Mimir! Two of you, stop flaptraps!
Nene, what are you doing here?
That question very irregardable. Nene simply observes sneaky-like from hiding. Miss Tyrea, Miss Melia, sister-pon fight is counterproductive.
What?
It's better to hug and make up blinkety-snap. If not, Mama-pon, roll up sleeves, then everyone's sorry.
Quit this clowning. We are not...
Incidentally, Nene is older sister-pon, so even in fight with Kino, always make up swifty quick. But it's not because Mama-pon scare into submission, okay? Actually, it's what Nene like to call mature attitude. Just thinking about make old Scars and Nene itchy. But anyway, bottom line is fighting is bad. So, now is when please to hug and make up. Go on, say, sorry, Sister Pon.
What is this thing going on about?
Mother, huh? If your mother... If Yumea were here now, looking at us like this, I wonder what she would say.
Hey, don't tell me you're taking it seriously. It's spouting nonsense.
Not it! Nene's nothing! Nene's Nene!
What point is there in talking about it now? There's no way for us to know. She's dead and gone.
My apologies, Tyrea. I know you put great faith in her. So I just thought... But it's as you say. I'll admit, I never understood your mother's mind. Even at the very end.
Yumea's devotion to the Bionite Order was how she honored the Imperial line. And also, how she channeled her woe over our ultimate fate. Her spirit contained no falsehood.
I see.
Due to the loftiness of her faith, Yumea could be very severe towards both me and herself. I'm sure if she could see me now... Attending at Yumea's side, serving her unto exhaustion was my whole life. Yumea's desires were mine as well. What's more, the blood that flows in me is in essence
Tyrea?
Yumea's blood and her will. Are they really doomed to just cease to be? Would Yumea really? Would Mother simply allow this?
Hey, whatever has got into you?
Melia, if Yumea were here, if she saw me, saw us two, here's how she'd rebuke us. If you wish a future for the High Entia, you must do whatever is in your power.
Huh?
Changing one's way of life means negating your past self. I tried to change myself, and the path I walked until then, I disavowed. The precious path I had walked as Yumea's loyal retainer. Let me be me then. The Empress is your shadow, and I'll do what's in my power.
So then, you will not change your ways, but still walk alongside me. Is that correct?
Yumea, Mother, kept me by her side for that purpose. She already showed me the road that I should take. I think I'd like to repay her by putting her will into action. For her, and for the future of the High Entia.
I see. So that's the answer you have chosen. I'm glad that is your decision, Tyrea.
You may be a fitting vessel to inherit the throne, but as a politician, you'll be much too soft for your own good. If you got blinded by pretty ideals and came to ruin, I could never face my mother.
No, I'd never be so...
Let's face it, you'll need someone to rein you in when you get too blinkered.
Frankly, I find the suggestion somewhat offensive. All right. But in that case, I must make a pronouncement too. I, Melia Antiqua, Empress of the High Entia, by my name do solemnly decree. Be thou guardian, for our subjects and the race entire, act the mistress of unseen shadows, and pledge thy very life to this throne. Swear your might, to my bidding, Tyrea.
I accept. I will honor this commission, Your Majesty.
Miss Tyrea, Nene very proud. Managed to apologize very beautiful. Major Sister Pom vibes.
Who are you calling sisters? And I'll have you know, I've nothing to apologize for.
Ma'am? But Miss Tyrea just did proper big bow to Miss Melia, no?
You little... Are you actively trying to insult me?
Ma'am? But bow had plenty sorry feel. It's just like when Dadapon make apologizes to Mamapon.
Whatever. I'm too old for this.
The future is within our grasp, sister mine.
And she flies off again. So that track at the end is actually an unused track from the base game. I'm blanking what it's called, but I do know that it is one of the unused tracks from the base game, and it seems like they didn't update it from the original MIDI track that they had for the Wii version, but I still think it fits the scene pretty well. And also, I think now's the time for me to talk a little bit about Nene. I love her so much. I love that she kind of evolves from just kind of the standard, you know, I'm the big sister character to actually being kind of the heart of the group in a similar way that someone like Charla or Fiora were in the base game. And I think she really does come into her own and actually becomes a pretty well fleshed out character. Again, I kind of wish that all the stuff involving her character were fleshed out more in the actual story rather than just in the side content, but I still like it. And now that we've basically seen everything that we need to for Tyrea, like pretty much the only other time we're going to see Tyrea from here on out is just going to be like in the finale. I'm going to talk about probably I'm just going to come out and say it. Tyrea even though I love her addition in Future Connected, and even though I really do think that she was the perfect choice to put into this, she has one big missed opportunity for one reason. She should have been a party member. I think everyone who has ever played this game can agree to this. She should have been a party member. The entire story felt like it was building up to that, and yet it never happened. And heck, even with the quiet moments appearing, you could argue that that was probably what they were going to do, but then they ran out of time. And it really sucks because I think it would have been really cool to have Tyrea be a party member. Yeah, it would be kind of last minute with because the most ideal place for her to join the party would have been right around the time that the Monado was upgraded, so you would have been going straight for the Fog King. But still, it would have been really cool to see her be a party member. And heck, even if you didn't want to create like a new playstyle for her and just wanted to do like the copy paste thing like with Nene and Kino, you could still do that. Because Tyrea is a wields dual weapons. You want to know who else wielded dual weapons in the base game? Friggin' Fiora. You could have had Ransom like build her these special weapons that run on Machina energy and kind of give her Machina-esque powers, and given her similar arts and attacks similar to Mechanis Fiora. Or hear me out on this. Give her Hums Fiora gameplay. I mean, in the base game, Hums Fiora only appears for like the first hour or two of the game, and then disappears. Why not bring that gameplay back and expand on it? Finish out all the arts. Really flesh out that playstyle. Heck, even some of Hums Fiora's art's name kind of sound like assassin attacks, like doesn't this lacerate sound like an attack that an assassin would do? There was so much potential with having Tyrea be a party member, and yet I didn't take advantage of it. And that to me is like the biggest disappointment of Future Connected. I mean, again, I can kind of see why they didn't do it, but man, I can't help but think of what could have been. Anyways, we're doing this quest with Kino and the kids. I wasn't really paying much attention because I was busy trying to keep my thoughts together. But, yeah. Anyways. So it looks like pretty much all of the item stuff is just surrounded by that one enemy that I'm gonna take it as I'm gonna assume it's a unique if I had to make a guess. But whatever. Alright, do the Curity per round and then doze off. Alright, and there we go.
But we cannot be reckless.
But we mustn't be careless. Yep, Sparkle Stones. Okay. Brace for friendship. And are you... I can see the electricity. Yep, it is a unique. Perceptive Quinops. And it's guarding one of the last item orbs. So it looks like we're gonna have to fight this thing. Do I want to fight this Kino? Let's try it. Okay, yeah. Looks like we're gonna have to fight this thing. Might as well. I could use a few more art points to upgrade, to get some art books. Alright. But anyways, ranting about Tyrea not being a party member aside, I will admit I do love Tyrea's inclusion in Future Connected. Like I said before, if there was any story thread that I wish was continued from the base game, it is definitely anything involving Alchemoth and Melia, and that includes Tyrea. And the fact that it continues off of one of the best side quests from the base game also just makes me really happy. And I think a lot of the fan base would agree with me, seeing how a lot of people, even though a lot of people did have some problems with Future Connected, a lot of people tend to say that Tyrea was one of the big highlights when they played this for the first time. And yeah, it's a highlight for me as well. Alright, damage immunity to Nene, encourage her. Alright. Let's remove some aggro and doze off. Okay, let's heal up Melia. Oh, almost went down. Okay, just heal myself off a little bit. There we go. And crackle bullets. Hopefully we can get a Pawn Spectre going. Let's do it. It's within damage range. I could do a wreck on it.
Pawn Spectres, heed my call.
Find treasure! Pawn Spectres till you die! There we go. Finishes it off. Wait, there's still one more Sparkle Stone? Huh. And looks like, ooh, we got a Sun Staff. I think that's actually one of Melia's best weapons in Future Connected. Want to verify that? Yeah, it's... Oh. Whoa, that's a lot of stat boost overall. Dang. Though, sacrificing from 3 slots to 1 slot, I'd rather keep the gems, if I'm being honest. So, let's go ahead and pick up this last Sparkle Stone, and let's head back to Grandel. Alright, I got your stuff. These kids are in the way. Let's talk to Angela. Kino, you're back? Did you find the Sparkle Stones? Materials all gathered. Kino can do all the rest. Weave in threads, put in stones. Wow, I can't wait. I hope it comes out well, Kino. Kino making friendship bracelets. Nene help out also. Friendship bracelets are a harmonious name, is it not? Yeah, totally agree. It's very caring of you, Kino. Miss Millie thinks so? Kino, be me. Okay, to work. Sister Pawn also, lend ring, please. Oh, the bracelets you made are so pretty, Kino. Thanks. I love how the stones are shiny, so fancy. Doesn't even look too flashy either. It's really cool. So these traditional knot-bond friendship bracelets? Rudodo never seen before. These feel like personal growth. You're very skillful, Kino and Nene. Can I take a closer look? Sure. Look, ain't they birdie? This is proof of friendship. Please, be careful not to break. Hey, Angela, did you notice? It seems like you've really come out of your shell. Huh? My shell? Oh, wow, you're right, I have. Guess I must have gotten over my shyness in the process. It's thanks to you, Kino. Kino will feel also much less scared than before. Friends are an amazing resource. Huh? Angela, since when were you shy? Since when was Kino shy? Rudodo had no idea. Really? Wow, very happy news. I'm also happy. Thanks again, Kino, my hero pawn. That was really sweet, and for that we get some armor for Kino. In fact, is it? Oh, it's muscle up stuff. Okay, then I don't care too much for it. Looks like another quest with these kids. Oh, it needs to be Melia. Okay. Oh no, not equipment. And yeah, I guess I could talk about Kino a little bit, but first let's talk to Miss Celine. I got this. I was asked to please give it to Miss Melia. Huh? Some kind of message? Impossible. The Fallen. Oh. Okay, this wasn't the quest that I was thinking of. I thought you got this quest from Ransom. I'll save that quest for a little bit, but for now, let's talk to Kino. So, Kino started off as probably my favorite new character in Future Connected. I think that it has been outranked by Nene and even Ransom, but I still really like Kino. I like that he starts off as this really shy character, which I can actually really relate to. I'm not very good at talking to people, and generally I tend to lean more towards being very introverted and not really talking much and not having much of a social battery. But I do really like seeing Kino kind of grow as the story progresses and kind of growing and becoming less shy as the story progresses. And I feel like that actually kind of reflects me in a sense, ever since I started doing content creation. Because I know not all of you watched me from the beginning, when I first did streaming on Twitch, but when I started out, I was not very loud and wasn't that talkative. Like, I'll fully admit, a lot of my early streams were terrible because of just how much I didn't really talk and wasn't very good at, like, emoting what I was doing and just not being very good at constantly talking and being an interesting person. But since I started Xenoblade, I've really challenged myself to be a lot more talkative and to express my opinion more and tell more personal stories. And I feel like I really come out of my shell a lot more. So I kind of see a lot of myself in Kino, and that's always something that I really like about stories like Xenoblade, is when I can see a lot of myself in the characters. So I like that. Anyways, we got the stuff for Ransom, who wanted to create a food supply.
Who, me?
Yeah, you. Oh, so that's the famed glutton's herb. Okay, if only I could transcribe the molecular structure and replicate the compound. Oh, my apologies. My analytical brain has sprung into action again. Once ransom cubed is ready, you will, of course, be more than welcome to try it. Quest complete. Is that it for quests around Grandel? So let's change the time real fast. Double check that. I think that's all of the quests around Grandel. But there is still the camera thing, so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna wrap up that quest real fast, and then I think we'll go ahead and wrap up. So it looks like... Oh, it's on the lower floor. Okay, that makes things a little easier. So, Old Expedition HQ. Alright. You can kind of see the pathway I'm going, so I'll just meet you over by where the monster I'm supposed to snap a photo of is. Much like last time, I'm gonna interrupt the attempted battle with a photo shoot. You got a sparkly back there. There it is. I'll have to be careful not to rile it up. Let's hope the shot comes out well. Photo of glow dinos. And then we warp back over to Old Expedition HQ. And let's talk to Melikanzi.
Welcome.
Or Melikanzi. Thank you so much. They're wonderful photos. I'm impressed. It'll be a great asset to our ongoing survey. Excuse me. Of the Bionic shoulder. I hope it was of some help. I'm a bit unsure whether to say this next part, but I think if I didn't, I'd never forgive myself. So here goes. Please let me study yourselves too someday. Donate your bodies to science. It will be for a good cause. Okay, good. It disappeared. I didn't need to run for my life. Good. Okay. So I think that ought to do it. Like, I don't believe there's any other side quests other than the last two. Or, actually no, there is a third one, but for some reason it's not spawning in. Maybe it's only during the daytime? Let me try it at different points of the day. Mid-afternoon? Huh. Maybe there's a quest that I'm missing in Alchemath? Potentially? By the way, you don't even need to do the mass certification unless you want to progress the story. You could just warp straight into Alchemath. I don't get why they didn't change this at all, but whatever. Huh. Yeah, no. It's just not spawning in unless that one quest that I'm thinking, the one that I got from the little kid that had the message from Melia, unless that is also a prereq for this quest that I'm thinking of. But, and if that's the case, then I guess I can just hold off until the next episode to do that one. And speaking of which, I think we'll go ahead and end it off here. So, next time on Xenoblade Chronicles Future Connected, we head off to Companion's Cave to see what that message is all about. See you guys then.